Peace, peace, peace. Greetings, everyone, for tuning in and viewing and joining. I am your host, Muva Nyrobi. Welcome to my channel, Universal One Spiritual Teachings. Today's topic will be groundbreaking, breaking news. We'll be cracking the veil open with today's topic, and that is unveiling the truth about time. Father time, daddy time, however you want to say it. Give me a few seconds, guys. This loud bell is in the background. Let's wait for it to pass. Oh my goodness. Any day now. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Today's topic is going to be a very deep topic. We're going to get to the root of this. We're going to get to the bottom of this. It is time. Okay. So, time. What is time? As most of us know, time does not exist. Time was invented and created for a specific purpose and an agenda that only benefited a good old 1%. And time as we know it. Oh, wait a second. We got co-hosts coming in. We got guests coming in. Dragon, peace. Welcome. Welcome to the live. Thank you for being here.
Peace.
Oh, I did say we're going to be going live. Camera live. All right. We're here. Can you see me, Dragon?
That it says thank you on my screen, so that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it says thank you on my screen too. I don't know what's going on. Hey, 𝚃𝚛𝚞𝚝. Thank you for joining. Hold on. Let me drop my StreamYard link to you, 𝚃𝚛𝚞𝚝, so you could come on up with us. Let's
Hell
see.
yes. So what I missed?
Oh man, how do we do this? Okay.
Can you get out the screen where it says at the bottom where you know how you have different layouts?
Trying to see right now. Hold on. Okay, there. I dropped a link in the comments, 𝚃𝚛𝚞𝚝, so you can join on in with us. Okay, now this. How do I get this off the screen? Let's see. Banners. Is it banners? No.
No, you go out the layer. You know where you got the mics and shit, and where you
Okay,
have
I see it
people.
now. All right, so I just take it off, right? There we
Oh
go.
my!
Hey.
There we go.
Ew.
Look, you made an
Alright.
effort. You said, "Hey, we
Hey,
going
just
live
one step
today."
at a time. Hey, 𝚃𝚛𝚞𝚝 is here. Welcome to the stage, 𝚃𝚛𝚞𝚝.
Thank you. I apologize. I'm not gonna get on camera though.
No,
Sorry.
that's fine. That's fine. Whatever works for you. Okay. So I do have a lot and lots of notes that I've written down about this time, as well as the calendar. I'm gonna do the time today, and then the calendar will do within like the next few days and whatnot, to break that down and try to merge them in together. But for today, we're just gonna do the time, and we're gonna break that down. So again, time, as we know, is not real. This is why all these current events that is happening and holidays and stuff like that is not aligned. It does not make sense anymore. This is why a lot of people are always saying, "Oh my God, where's the time going? Time is going so fast. I could have sworn we was just in Monday and now we're in Friday." Like, or we was just in June. Now we in October. Like, cause the time is zooming by. It is
Cause
zooming by because of the fact that time on the physical realm is a man-made construct, right? It's not real as far as universally. There's no such thing as time in the universe. There's moments in the universe, if that makes sense. But time, the way we break down time, there is no such thing,
oh
right?
yeah, it'll work. Cause the thing is, the way we breaking it down is measurements and clocks. See, that's what's messing us up. Because have you noticed? Like I tell people, if you have you noticed that when you get nervous or you get anxious and you like you feel that rushing feeling, it's just your body, not your nervous system going like in a rush mode, so you're thinking that time is speeding up. It's rhythmic. That's what I said. The actual time is rhythmic. What we The earth is associated with the heart, so your heart. This why shout out to Dionysus on Clubhouse. He was talking about how I forgot what the exact name was, but when you count in the moments in rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
and you slowing, it's about slowing down your nervous system, your breath, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when you start to actually live in the moment. Just like when you I know people have family members that are in the countryside. You see how
Mm-hmm.
they wake up in the morning, like in the morning, because they're going off of their rhythm, their circadian rhythm, and that's how they're
Exactly.
able to. And then I've tried that, right, where I wake up, like I'll sleep. Like these beds are too comfortable. I ain't gonna lie. I slept on those camping mattresses and stuff, and I woke up every single day exactly 8 o'clock every morning, and I noticed that when I was moving in my rhythm, I was like, dang, it feels like I have a lot of time. It's like it ain't even sunset yet. So what we're dealing with is Gregorian calendar and the clock. It's the measure. It's when that was created is when we started, messing up with the actual time,
Mm-hmm.
which
The
is not,
circadian rhythm. Mm-hmm.
which is slower than the actual
A
Gregorian calendar.
lot slower. Yes, Dragon, wake it up. That's what we here for today, to wake all that up. Yup. All right. So now let's get into this breakdown. Time. I'm gonna have to do a part 2 to this because I really wanted to have like the background teacher whiteboard and like literally breaking it down to everyone visually, to give everybody a visual
Mm.
representation of what I'm saying and what I'm breaking down, so everybody could follow along and get a clear insight of this whole breakdown in depth of time as we know it. um I do not have a whiteboard currently. I do have the project posters and stuff. So I think later on today, when I'm done with this live for part 2, I'll just write everything that I have in my notes, because the notes is small. Nobody's gonna be able to see this right now for me to break it down to y'all. Nobody's gonna be able to see this. So I'm gonna have to like get it in like one of those poster boards and like write it a little bigger so everybody could see. But for now, I'm just gonna break down what I have written down, what I was able to channel and tap into to be able to break the veil open about this topic, about this subject, about time. Charmaine, do you have anything you want to add into before I get into this?
I would just say that the time definitely was invented to benefit other things. Today, capitalism, of course, but like, you know, women didn't need to know how to check their cycle. The farmers didn't know, you know, the seasons. They already knew that. They were in tune. You know, the babies still came, the babies were still born, everything still ran without the clock, so to say. So it's just even the rhythm that the time is on now is not even beneficial to women as far as just, you know, and the children too. We're on different rhythms as to when we need to go to sleep, when we need to wake up. Children as well. They were even saying, I read somewhere that the typical 9 to 5 schedule was invented for the men, not the women. So that's another thing. That's probably why we feel so stressed in the workforce. Some of us, you know, just alone, just off that, and that also leads to how we perform. So, you know, we get painted as, oh, when we hire women, they're emotional and all that. No, it's more to that. So I'm definitely interested in what you're going to say about it.
Okay. Peace, Islam Dante. Thank you for being here. Miss Raven. Hi, Raven. Peace. All right. Let me just gather my notes right here real quick. So time was invented in, see, this is why I need my whiteboard, y'all. I need my whiteboard so I can show y'all.
You know what though? You can always do like shorts here in YouTube, and you can break it down like that. Yeah, so don't even let this stop you. You can still build.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said I'm gonna just do my best with building verbally right now, and then like for the physical proof or whatever for people to see and follow along, then I'll do that within like a part 2 or something, where I can have either that project board in the back of me and I'm writing and explaining, or I could do it in a short form and things in that nature. Okay. All right, so time. I'm all over the place right now, y'all. My bad. All over the place.
You start. Listen, just think of the time when you didn't start the channel and the live stream. We were telling you to get on. So you're
Right.
here.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, I was nervous as hell on my live stream. I was like, oh shit, do I have everything that I need?
Look, I even did. Oh my God, this is See, I definitely need that whiteboard because I need to be showing y'all this, and I like. Okay. So time is set up on a 24-hour time cycle, right? And within that 24-hour time cycle that they constructed. Okay, I thought my live was messing up real quick. It is built on a 12-hour partial I'm trying to break this down for y'all. Hold on. I don't even know if I could break it down without reading in my notes. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Like, when I say it's so much notes, y'all. Like, to try to break this down off the dome right now is insane.
Yeah, because it goes from 24, 12, 6, and then it goes to 9 and 6. So the numbers are specifically
Right. Okay. Exactly. The numbers are specifically articulated in that order for a reason, because it only serves a specific 1% of people, while it doesn't serve the collective, because the collective is out of balance, in disalignment or unalignment, however you want to say that, and it does not serve or benefit us. There is more than just 24 hours in a day, right? And when they break it down to the 12, what's the word I'm looking for?
Increments, maybe?
Yes, thank you. When they break it down to the 12 increments, right? You got what, like Dragon just said, you got the 24, you got the 12, you got the 6, and you got the 9, right? Because it all has to add up to their 369 matrix. When we think of Tesla, and when they say that Tesla broke the code of the universe, right? And he gave them the 369. Shout out to Tesla. When he did that for a reason. He was really protecting the truth of the universe, if that makes sense, because he didn't want these foreign falsified beings to get the information that he had. He didn't want them to get that, because for the fact of the technology that he had invented was not per se for this realm or the timeline that he was in, right? Because he knew the powers to be that was at hand. He knew the powers to be that was working with him, or trying to take his stuff, trying to take his inventions and things in that order. So
yeah, but moment, like Westinghouse, they had him and Westinghouse were like battling.
Right. They was trying to like strip him from his knowledge, strip him from his inventions and his creations, and trying to say that they were basically, in a sense, diabolical. Like they were too powerful for the world to know about it, or it was too much for the people, right? So what they did was they waited just about for him to come up with his last patent. um that patent was not mastered all the way, because they clipped him. They got rid of him, and then they started using who was his partner. Was it JP Morgan? I think it was JP Morgan, if I'm not mistaken.
He was funding him. So it was like it was a whole bunch of the titans, like it was
No,
Westinghouse,
Thomas Edison.
the Edison, yeah, him and
It
it was yeah.
yep.
And then JP Morgan,
I heard
they all went back to, like, they had to fund, they were funding to see which one would, they were trying to get the patent, you're right, the control of the patent first, because electricity was in play too at that time.
Who's talking? Somebody was talking?
I was gonna say that even Thomas Edison, that nigga fraud too, because he didn't even invent that light thing with someone else. You see how
No, that was all
these
Tesla. That was all Tesla. This is what I'm saying. They waited for Tesla. Let me take this off. They waited for Tesla to or they was waiting for Tesla to finish and master his last patent for free energy source, right? And when they thought that he did, or the case may be, they ended up killing him. They ended up offing him, right? And then they had Thomas Edison take his inventions and his work and try to say that Thomas Edison was the one who invented the free energy or the light and all that things. This is why we have Thomas Edison as the inventor of light, right? Um and that's false. It's false. It's not true. So when that happened, like I said, Tesla, he had the true codes, right? The true codes, the true information about the universe. He had the true secret codes of the universe. The 369 is not the true secrets of the universe. That was a manipulated or falsified code that he gave these people, of the people that of the like the elite or powers to be. He gave that to them for a reason. Now those numbers, that code, or what they think is the secret of the universe, ended up being um like master numbers to how do I say this, to coincide with this matrix. That was like the beginning of the matrix that formed 369 for this physical realm, for them to hold us and to hold us captivated, so that we won't be able to leave or have any prior knowledge beyond this realm, right? And this is when they were able to create their time with those codes 369. They were able to manipulate the true time, or universal time, universal law. They were able to manipulate that with those codes 369. And what had happened was, when they did that, that ended up creating what's the word, I'm like a time convergence. It created like a time capsule within the realms, within the dimensions. And we're basically entrapped in like a cubic tesseract hologram, if that makes sense, because of those codes 369. And it all how you say that, it all aligns, but like in an opposition type of way with the natural accordance of the universal time. So
you're saying like a time bubble, saying with time bubbled in, so they just sort of like trapped us in. Because even the cube, they said the circle and the cube is 360, so that's the same number. So when basically, in a sense, it's the Merkaba, and which is the actual cube.
Right. But this will be the lower form. So it is we're entrapped in that lower form because of these, yes, Raven, like Raven said, binary codes. These are falsified binary codes. But again, Tesla did that for a reason. Not to say that he was trying to trap us in here, in this dimension, in this realm. No, that's not the case. He did that because he didn't want powers to be to know the true universal law or time, right? Because he wasn't yet done with his patent. But had he had time to finish that patent, everyone on Earth, everyone around the universe, around the globe, would have known the actual secrets of it would be no secret no more. But because he did that, we know, or we think we know the secrets of the universe as 369, when that is not it. That again only
I
serves
never
and
felt
fits their
connected to that.
agenda. Huh?
I never felt connected to that number, because I was like, that number was seen so off. And like I noticed people are so obsessed with 9. I'm like, 9 is not a completion number at all. It's not a completion. It's incomplete. Like it's all like people just like, oh, 9, 9, 9. I'm like, Okay, but when you're born 9 months, the 3 months afterwards is crucial. You're still incomplete. That's why they call you. You're born in sin. No, you're born out of alignment. So you come into this realm unaligned, and you have to basically re-nourish yourself. And that's why people be so depleted. And I know about the binary codes because I did, like, for everyone who studied computer science, I did computer science before I did healthcare. And my dad taught me this stuff about the binary codes and stuff. And he said the number, and even he said 369 is off. He did physics. And
All right,
he's
this is
like,
what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna read off of my notes, and then, like I said, I could either do a short on showing the proof for y'all, showing the calendar. Okay, because I really cannot break the time down without adding the calendar in, because it's very, very, very important that this calendar is added in. Because I will be all over the place trying to break it down without putting it all together, the calendar and time.
Yeah, it's all connected. Yeah, it's definitely
It's all connected.
because
Exactly.
we're not even, I know you have it in your notes. We orbit more than 365 days a year. So yeah.
Come on now, 𝚄𝚗𝚘𝚎, wake it up. All right, so here we go. The Julian calendar, right? As we know, this is part of the matrix, the calendar. This is how they started. Now, man, I really wish I had this board for y'all, man. I want to break it down for y'all. I'm trying to be on my Bobby Hemmett shit. He'll be breaking shit down with that whiteboard in the back, like.
listen, I always wanted them whiteboards, the ones with the turnaround whiteboards with the pens on the side. And every time he write a note, he'd be like, "Y'all done?" Listen, he write that shit down.
For real? Look, what? Okay.
I used to watch his shit,
So
man.
the Julian calendar is built on 7 days a week, 12 months equals a year, right? 1 year equals 365 days in a year. The month is broken down into 4 weeks for a 28-day lunar cycle, but it is a solar calendar. It is a solar calendar at the rotation, a revolution of the sun. It makes per every 11-year cycle. So what I mean by that is the calendar that we're on, right? We're supposed to be on a moon cycle where we have the moon that is closer to us. The moon is closer to us. The moon is orbiting the earth, right? So we're supposed to be on a lunar time and a lunar cycle. So it's the fact that they broke it down basically into two, but it's one that's basically mainstreaming, which is the sun. They want us to be on a Saturn satanic, if that makes sense, Luciferian time cycle, which fits their Julian calendar and their matrix, their agenda, right? For people of workers. This is how they set it up for workers. They wanted the people to be productive within their day, because just being and existing wasn't enough, right? So yes, Raven, Venus code. All right, so let's finish breaking this down. Again, I'm just gonna read y'all my notes. This is so. Let me just add this in. I ended up coming up with my own calendar and my own time. Well, the real time, should I say? The true time. Let's see. All right, they added the 5 to add an additional day to the year. All right. Let me do it this way. All right. So for those who know that the Julian calendar was set up by Julius Caesar, right? At first, the original calendar was the Gregorian calendar. And when Julius Caesar was conquering, or he was king of Rome, or whatever the case may be, he ended up taking a certain amount of days. I think it was like 5 to 7 days out of the original calendar. Now we only have, I want to say, China and Ethiopia, if I'm not mistaken, that operates on the original calendar, which is the Gregorian calendar, right?
Shout out to my peoples, man. Shout out to my peoples. Ethiopia, they still on the right clock.
They on the right clock, and they are 7 years behind, while this Julian calendar is 7 years ahead. This is the manipulation of time, or the matrix as we know it.
And it's a Libra season too as well, so that's 7. You know, Libra is 7, you feel me? So they knew what they were doing. They're like, I don't know what it is, they're obsessed with Libra. They like tipping the scales sometimes and disharmonizing shit.
Yep. Okay. So as in the Ethiopian calendar is a 13 months long cycle with 12 months of 30 days each. The last month has 5 days in a common year and 6 days during a leap year. Also is 7 years behind the Gregorian calendar. So solar time cycle is 11 years, 365 sunrises in a year, 24 hours in a day. The southern pole and the northern pole, 12 hours day, 12 hours at night, vernal equinox. So 12 plus 12 equals 24 hours. 12 times 12 equals 144 hours. 365 days equals a calendar year. So I don't okay, let me continue. It takes Earth 24 hours to complete rotation, but Earth spins 365.75 times in a year. 24 hours for Earth to rotate around the sun, 1 day and 1 night. So 27.3 days equals 1 month for the moon to orbit Earth, equals 1 lunar month. 7 hours and 43 minutes. The moon circles Earth 13.37 times in the course of a year, right? So this is why I said that everything that they got about the moon orbiting the earth, the sun orbiting the earth, and things in that nature is wrong, completely wrong. And again, they did it that way to fit their agenda, right? Let me continue on to the notes. All right, so the Julian calendar adds a day. Hold on. The Julian calendar adds a day. Wait. I'm all over the place. The Julian calendar adds a day to the okay. The Julian calendar goes by the solar cycle as well as the Gregorian. I cannot see my fucking notes for shit.
Hey, would you be writing at that moment and then it'd be too tiny or too messy? You're like,
Yo,
oh
what?
shit.
And then I did it with pencil. So like when you chicken scratch and you writing fast as hell because you getting these internal remembrance. Fuck downloads. We don't do downloads. But when you getting them internal remembrance and you chicken scratch and trying to write everything so you don't miss nothing, it's like what? What did say? All right.
That's why I write in pens, man. Just do it in pen next time.
Look, it even goes. Oh my god, yeah! I even got the alphabets down here. The fucking alphabet, everything from the alphabet, the time, the calendar, everything is merged in. All right. So the original alphabet had 28 letters. Two were taken out and put as in ampersand. The other two taken out were AE, and A. But AE is spelled in capitalized and then the small AE and then the symbol and, right?
Mm.
So now the big AE, the capitalized AE is for ether or aether, right? And I'm not sure what the the lowercase AE is for. I don't know if they meant that as in the above ethers for the capitalized AE and then the lowercase AE is for the below ethers, if that makes sense. Right?
Cause the AE is you find that in Danish and Scandinavian languages, because you gotta remember English came out of the Germanic languages.
Mm.
So they no one was using vowels like that, you feel me? Like before. So the AEIOU is it's a whole other set of things. It gets deep with the linguistics too as well. People don't know the linguistics because every word I research every word. I'm like, what does this mean? Where did this word come from? Because they divert from the original meaning. She's trying to see what her writing
Oh.
meant. Like,
Cause
all the
this
way
shit right here,
sentence.
this shit right here is deep
You might
right
have to,
here.
yeah. Listen, you might need a magnifying glass at this point.
No, for real. Look, let me try to see if I can show y'all. Hold on. This shit is hilarious. Look at how small this shit is. Like, what? Who can
Oh
see that?
shit.
You see that shit? So I'm over here
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's
jumping and
really
trying to read this shit to
small.
y'all.
Not, you know what? While you're doing, not only that, I just noticed like when the holidays come up, certain countries don't celebrate the same days we do. For instance, in the UK, their Mother's Day is like before ours. In the States, also their Thanksgiving is earlier than ours. So other
Mm-hmm.
countries use, and then even in North Korea, those poor people, they use a whole different calendar. Like their birthdays are not even on the calendar reportedly if it's the same as their president, like their ruler. So their ruler has a whole different calendar for them. Like they don't, I don't even know like what day it is over there. So like they're completely told over in North Korea like what day it is. It's like it's wild.
Okay, let me try to reread this again. All right, so the Julian calendar adds a day. Wait, the Julian calendar adds a day to the calendar. Every 4 years, the Gregorian does the same. Only when the four is divisible by 100 and not by four or 400, should I say, and not by 400, right? So now here we go with the calendar breakdown. So you have spring, summer, fall. Spring, you have April, May, June. Summer, you have July, uh, or June, July, August, Wait, no, I'm reading the original calendar. The original calendar went by spring, April, May, June, summer, July, so August, fall, September, October, November. I'll get back to that. That's just too small for me to see. All right, Julian calendar. All right, the Julian 4 weeks weekday system within a 12 months period, 30 to 31 day month cycle. The moon cycle is on a 28-day month to month cycle, 13 lunar phases, 7 days a week, 4 out of each month, 9 month gestational cycle. So 9 to 10 months equals at birth equals 2 months time. A child will be a year old and not 2 weeks or a day old or 2 months old, since there is only 2 months left to complete a 1 year cycle. So 7 plus 3 equals 13. The original calendar was a 13-week day system within 13 lunar months. Right? So they added 18 additional days to a 7-week system. Right? Bear with me, y'all. False matrix created time, man-made cycle. So time equals 12 hours in a 24-hour day period. 2 hours out of a 364-year period was taken out of time. Man, this is hard breaking this down to y'all this way. I feel incomplete trying to do it this way. All right, so I'm just gonna break down the 13-month lunar cycle calendar for y'all. Right, so 3 weeks of the month. Let me see if I could show y'all the 13. Maybe y'all can see this one a lot better. All right, let me see. I don't know how to flip this camera. Is there an option to flip the camera around, or would I have to? Oops. Yeah, there is no option to flip the camera around. Holy crap. So I would have to show y'all this way then. All right, so this is what, let me see if y'all can see this. This is what a 13-month calendar would look like.
Yeah, I can see it.
This is what a 13-month calendar would look like. It would be from about 27 to 29. Let me see. Yep, from like 26 to 29 days, right? So 13 months, 13 days, and 2 weeks in a month with an additional 3-day week added. So you get 360. I'm breaking down the real time for y'all now. Pay attention. 364, not 369. 364 days in the year. So being that, as I said earlier, we're on a sundial time. The Julian calendar is set up on a sundial time. We're supposed to be set up on a lunar dial time, right? So being that we're set up on this 12-hour, 24-hour sundial cycle, the time, as we know, goes by a lot longer. This is why in some cases, like even if you're working, you'd be like, oh my God, time is taking forever. I want to get up out of here. The day seems so long. No, it's not really that it's long. It's just the programming and the manipulation that they have done, right? So we're supposed to be on a 13 lunar month calendar cycle, right? And we're supposed to have, again, 13 months with 13 days, with 2 weeks in a month. 2 weeks in a month with an additional 3-day week added. 2 weeks for a lunar cycle to complete. So it's 360 days, 364 days in a year, and 26 days in a month with an extra 3 days added. This is where they get the 3 days for the complete lunar cycle for their 369 time cycle, right? Because they have to add in that lunar cycle, and they know that it takes about from 26 to 29 days for a woman to get her cycle, her menstrual cycle, because it aligns with the moon. So this is why they know this. They knew all this, and they ended up manipulating time with knowing that to keep us off track and get us off our natural circadian rhythm, like Dragon said earlier in the live. What else? Let's keep going, y'all. Let me just keep shuffling through these notes.
Also, that's why it's no such thing as a leap year, because it only contains one day. A leap year is supposed to be a whole leap year. It's supposed to be a day added to every month in the calendar.
Thank you, Cashmere. Thank you very much. That's why I said that 13 month calendar, 13 weeks, 13 days. That is the whole leap year right there. It has to be 13. There's no such thing as 7. They did the 7 to try to break down that 13, because if you get, I did it earlier. I'll get back to it. I think it's 13 take away 7 or some shit like that. It adds up to this cycle, right? No, hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. When I say I got even the constellations and when people with this whole zodiac wheel or astrology, man, people are gonna be so fucking mad when they find out that all this shit is wrong.
Yeah, you know me, and you and I did a quick build last night. That's why I said I looked to the planets. I kind of like phased out of the zodiac, like really.
Okay, look, this is another calendar, but this one I did with this is basically like the summer calendar. This is with the spring equinox before it gets to the summer solstice. So this is, I don't know how well you guys can see this.
I can see it. I can see some of it, but I'm sure you'll go in with that. And also, I didn't know if it was covered in your notes. What's the real deal with this so-called time back, time forth, spring back, fall forward mess?
The what?
We changing time soon. We're gonna fall back.
Oh, you talking about daylight saving?
Yeah.
Yeah, this all has to do with their manipulation with the sundial time. Because again, like exactly like Raven said in the comment, time convergence, right? So their time was manipulated, but it's in opposition of the natural law or the natural time. It adds up. Mathematically, it adds up. Like in a sense that if you do the breakdown, which I have, you'll get the opposite of the time construct that they've created. And this is how I was able to break this down. So now let me see if it's right here. Here we go. All right. Original. This is the original time, y'all. This is the original time. Original lunar time cycle 13. You see the 7 times 13 equals what is it? 91. 7 plus 13 equals 20. This is me just doing the breakdown from the manipulation of their time. Let me find the 12-hour one. Hold on. I did the 12-hour one and I did the 13-hour one. So hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Let me find it real quick. I'm gonna show y'all the difference. Oh, okay. So this is
hence why they be demonizing the number 13 all the time.
Yes, it is.
The unlucky number.
Ooh, wake it up,
because it has to do with us.
And
with
4. 1
us.
plus 3 is 4. Yeah, also.
Okay, so
Oh
look,
wow.
this is the actual, like, how can I say that? A schedule, a time schedule, right? This is the breakdown of the actual real universal time. 13 lunar time cycle. So you got 13 hours equals 26 hours in a day, 364 days a year. So this is what the time will look like. Now, this is where it gets deep. As we know, we have 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. So the real a.m. is p.m. and the real p.m. is a.m. This is where the manipulate. This is the fucking spell right here where they
Oh, that
trick
makes
us.
sense. That makes sense. Why I be real sleepy in the daytime and real awake at night because I don't
Yeah,
know
I'm a
what
night
the
owl. Yeah, me too. I'm a night owl.
night
So, and you know
out and
what?
remember it's
And you know
makes
what?
Because
sense.
My
the real daytime is night and the real nighttime is day, right?
because on
Yo,
my birth
I even had a
certificate,
dream. Listen, I had a dream and it was like the upstairs was like night and then the downstairs was light and I was like, yo, what type of twilight zone shit is this? Because this is when I was like real young and I was like, wait, hold on, how is it night over here and then it's light over here? And I was like, it was so trippy. That dream was showing
Man,
me some
look, that
shit.
whole bullshit ass line that or that bullshit ass saying that um the sun is only on or is
the
visible
east,
to
yeah.
half of the earth on
Yeah.
one side of the earth and the other side of the earth is dark and you gotta wait till the sun goes down and hit the full
The
orbit
hemisphere,
for the
yeah.
other side to get light is bullshit.
You know what? It makes sense about the day and night. That's why they invented caffeine and coffee. And I said
Yes,
that we feed the machine. That's all to go back to capitalism.
yes,
We're
You
feeding
know,
the
another
exactly.
machine.
thing I want to say this because my home country is Ethiopia. My dad's side of family, they be big on coffee, but the coffee they use, the natural coffee, and I know even in Brazil as well, and certain other places as well got coffee. Coffee is
Mm.
not strong. It's not that strong. They added other shit to it to make it
Mm-hmm.
strong. And it's
Yep.
an intentional time to even drink coffee. You don't drink all the time. Even in the Arab world, they don't drink coffee as
They
often.
added, what did they add? They added the nicotine or something like that, right? To give that extra boost.
Because
But you're
it's
right.
not
When I
addictive.
travel, you're right. When I travel to other countries, the coffee is smoother. I don't feel it's like a ritual. It's like we you know, it's actually is a thing you do to wind down, not wake up. So outside
Mm-hmm.
of the
Yep.
states, coffee is used to wind down. You're ending a meal. That's why they give you things to clean your palate with it, like lemon rinds or orange stuff like that.
Wake it up, Tommy. Wake it up.
It's actually used to
Yeah, we have
wind
that
us
as well.
down.
Like,
Yeah.
cause I went to my auntie and they had in Ethiopia they had like it was like a small little cup coffee or like tea, and it's like something to like wash your palate down, and it's like a treat. It's not like something that you just like an addictive obsession. That's what it is with a lot of stuff that it's all about balance. Over there as well, the time is different too as well, cause they be the sunset and the sunrise be is on a sub-Saharan equator, so it's like they wake up the same time as the sunrise be happening. It'd be like half and half. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
12 or 12. So it's like, and they have this thing of like they wake up early. I'm talking about these people wake up like 4 5 in the morning, like, and they don't have to deal with winter. Winter is falsehood. There's something going on. They said even the rain as well. Like my auntie was like, she from the farm and the countryside, and she was like, even in Africa and in different parts of the world, they keep telling the West, they're like, something off about it. We knew exactly when the rain was coming. The smell to it, like it had like a
Mm-hmm.
smell,
Yep. Yep.
like a humid smell. Like even my mom was telling me, she said, "It smells. You could as soon as you smell it, like when it's about to rain, when it's about to do what, like
Mm-hmm.
different
Or you even
seasons."
feel it in your body. Yep.
You do, and not only that, before this like manifestation of before this matrix, the farmers track the time. If you still study the farmer's almanac, it'll tell you when it's gonna rain,
Yes.
all that. Yeah,
Wake it up, Charmaine.
it'll tell you when to plant and all that. Because when I'm on vacation, I don't even need. I wake up naturally. I don't feel tired. I don't have coffee first thing in the morning. Like, it's so peaceful. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I lose weight. I'm eating more natural. I walk. I'm on the beach or wherever other country I'm going from. They don't operate that way.
And
So
your
yeah,
skin is clear, guys.
clear,
This
clear as
whole
hell.
this whole thing of acne don't exist. Like, I'm telling you, testimony. I was on a video call with my mom back home, and she was literally like, she was in Africa, and she was like, I was video calling her like early in the morning, and she called me, and she's like, we were just chatting it up, and I was like, I realized there's something. I was like, because my mom dealt with acne all her life before me, and then she came over to Africa, and then like every time she goes to Africa, her face is always clear. She said the
Mm.
environment is different. She said the air is clearer, and it's like your like every like even our hair, like they think that, oh, because it's hot it's gonna dry up. It's like, nah, it becomes like balanced, like the scalp pH is balanced, the face is balanced, the skin. So like they it goes in with that fake moon shit you were just talking about. They modifying things that's gotta equip to their own. It's selfishness.
Yep.
They don't care about everyone else but themselves, and they
Benefit
know
them. Yep. All right, y'all. So
they
again, 13 hours, not 12 hours, not 24 hours, but 13 hours equals 26 hours in a day, 364 days a year, not 369, not 365, 364. They added that extra day, that 365 or 369, right? Or what do they say? We get 20, right? Oh, they trying to fuck with me. But yeah, what do they say? What's the saying? 24/7, 365 days a year. Why? Because they added that extra day to keep us off our natural circadian harmonic rhythm. They did that to manipulate us. They did that to keep us out of awareness and consciousness of our true selves so that we can be docile, desensitized to be a race of workers and not thinkers, right? So now
So
this
you
is
saying
what.
there's not you saying there's not 7 days a week, is 6 days a week,
No, not 6, it's 13.
13 days in a week,
13 days. Yes, I wrote it down right
in
here.
2 weeks, all 2 weeks. That's what you're saying, the two
2
weeks, and
weeks.
that's 20.
Yes, 2 weeks, because that's the time it takes for our cycle as women. That's the time it takes for the moon to orbit Earth. That's what I said. They lied
Oh yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
timing.
yeah,
They
yeah.
lied about all of that to keep us out of alignment. This is why you have a lot of, oh shit, my nose ring fell off. This is why you have a lot of women who are on irregular periods, because their natural circadian rhythm was manipulated. Like, they're fully went manipulated. Now you do have most of us who are still in alignment with the natural moon cycle, and
Oh
you
yeah,
have,
like I was saying to you, yo. That's what I was telling you.
yes,
Like, I noticed.
you
That's what I'll
have
be
you
telling
have those
women.
of us who are still in alignment with the natural moon cycle, who, whether you get it on a full moon or whether you get it on a new moon, and there's different meanings for those. It's like different witch meanings to those. I can't
Mhm.
break it down word for word verbatim in remembrance of what those meanings mean, but y'all can do y'all due diligence and look it up and see what type of witch you will be categorized on a full
Oh
moon
yeah,
or
yeah,
a
yeah. I
new
was
moon.
looking into that.
Um,
I was looking into that because they said that the common one is the new moon cycle, or the white moon, or the white moon
mm-hmm.
cycle, and those are what they consider
Yes.
the ones that are creators, or the witch, the mothers. the nurturers
Right.
of the Saturn, and then you got the red moon or the full moon, and those are what they call the healers and the witch, or the where the dark feminine be residing in. Um, and then you got the pink, which is in between. So you got the waxing, and
Mm-hmm.
then you got the waning crescent, which is the resting mode, or the last stages before. So you're supposed to. It's a crone cycle. So my ass was in the waning crescent for too long, man. I was like, yo, I'm done. I'm done with this rested. Get me to the other side.
You're right. That
So
makes
my
sense because that's why some women are hard to conceive. They use these tools that they give them and say, "Oh, track your cycle," but you don't even know what your real cycle. I mean, I figured mine out a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
oh yeah,
mine was before every 21. Sometimes I would get mine twice a month.
Exactly. You see, and you know why? Because of the time that they did is wrong. It's the moon orbits around us, around the Earth. I explained it earlier. I can't remember, y'all. But yeah. So look, I'll get to it again in a few. Now this is what a 13 lunar time cycle will look like. You got
ex-
13 13 a.m., right? And then you got 13 p.m.
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, we still got that. Like the UK, we be using
So you would
24 hours.
have, look, you would have, hold on. No, go ahead, Dragon. Explain what you was about to explain. Let me look for it. I'm gonna tell you how much
Cause,
time you would have, literally, when this whole bullshit of, oh, there's no time level. We only have this much. Look, it's fucking bullshit. We literally have so much fucking time, and the time is a lot slower. Slower.
cause I was gonna say is that in the UK, people be like, they made fun of me over in, these online platforms. They be like looking at me like, oh, you on military time and shit with 24 hours. But I get that 13, because right
Yeah,
now
and that's what
they,
I said. Only in the draconian first live I did, I said it's only a certain specific group of people that operate on the original time, which is the military people. They only operate off of universal time. Everywhere else on earth operates off of this systematic clock.
because over here, like for example, um, as soon as it switched from noon, from 1 o'clock it will be like 13:00. Then it'd be 14:00. Then 14:15. Right now it's 18:03 or 6:03. For people, when I explain it to them, I'm like, I'm on this time, and they're like the 24 hour. But now you're saying that it's 26.
It's 26. Now I'm gonna
So
continue
they're
breaking
missing
it
two
down.
hours. They're missing 2 hours of the actual 24 then at this
Okay, so now
point.
this is the Julian calendar, 12-month solar cycle, right? I just did a month. I only did 1 month. I didn't do the whole 12 months. This is just 1 month. I did June, right? So this is what the Julian calendar looks like, right? You got 31 days, 31 days, right? 4 weeks, 7 days, right? 31 days out of the whole month, 7 weeks, 7 days out of the week, and 4 weeks out of the month, right? So it says it right here, 7 days a week, 4 weeks in a month, 365 days in a year, 24 hours in the day. So 12 months, 7 days, 4 weeks. 4 weeks for 4 weeks for lunar cycle to complete for their 12-hour, 24-hour system. It takes 4 weeks for lunar cycle to complete, which is complete bullshit, right? So it says
That's
here
never made sense. Even the
12
calendar,
times
right?
that what?
No, I was gonna say that like when you look at the calendar, you could say like, you know how they said 4 weeks, right? But it's how is it
Mm-hmm.
4 weeks when the Saturday and Sunday or a couple of days be missing? Like it looks off. It's not even a box. It's weird.
Because
It's
it
like it's
is.
choppy.
It is. This is how you know it's wrong. So you got 12 times 2 equals 24, right? And then 12 times 12 equals 144. Then you have 12 times 7 equals 84. So 7 weeks instead of 13. 12 months instead of 13. 4 weeks instead of 3 or 2. So they add an extra week and 5 extra days or 2 extra days, right? So it's like they take certain things out and then they add certain things. Like it's all over the fucking place, and this is where they try to get you at. What was this? This is okay. This is the 12-hour clock, right? This is the Western Julian time matrix cycle. So you have the 12-hour clock, right? You got 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, 24 hours in a day's period equals 365 days in a year, right? So the second hand is the minutes hand. It goes around the clock 60 times in 1 hour. You multiply the number of times per hour times the numbers of hours you want calculated, which is 12 in this case. So 60 times 12 equals 720, right? So in this case, the second hand goes 720 times around the clock in 12 hours. The shortest hand or the little hand displays the current hour. The longest or big hand displays the current minute. And the thinnest hand displays the current second in a day. There are 24 hours, and since the clock only has numbers till 12, the hour hand goes around the clock 2 times. So 1 hour equals 1 plus 2 plus 3 hours. Minutes equals 30 plus 45 plus 75 minutes. Seconds equals 45 plus 20 equals 65 minutes. So 12 take away 6 is 6. 12 take away 7 is 5. So 60 equals 1 minute and seconds equals 5 seconds, right? And let me get the 13-hour clock back. And this is where I broke it down in time, mathematical order and shit like that. So the 13-hour clock would be 13 take away 6 equals 7. Half a lunar day, right? Let me show y'all. I'm gonna just show y'all and then I'll continue breaking it down. Original lunar time cycle, universal time. This is what a 13-hour clock will look like. You got 65, not 60, 65 minutes, right? So 13 weeks, 13 months, 13 hours a day, 26 hours within a whole day period. So it's 26/3, not 24/7, 26/3. 364 days in a year. So 13 take away 6 equals 7, half a lunar day, right? So we'll break down to 65 minutes and not to 60 minutes. So 65 times 3 equals 845 times. 65 take away 13 equals 52. So 13 times 13, this is the code or the supposed secret code of the universe right here, y'all. In real time, I'm breaking it down. 13 times 13 equals 169. That is the secret of the universe. 169, not 369, 169. So 13 plus 13 equals 26. 26 plus 13 equals 39. 26 times 13 equals 338. 364 divided by 26 equals 14. 4 plus 1 equals 5. 364 divided by 13 equals 28. 8 take away 2 equals 6. 6 plus 1 equals 7, right? So this is maritime law. 13 colonies of royal blood, mother moon time. 14 take away 7 is 7. 7 plus 6 equals 13. This is just me breaking it down for y'all. The 13 lunar cycle, the 13 time cycle. It's 364, and you get a period of 26 hours. 26/3, not 24/7. Am I making sense? Is this
Yeah, I
making
thought
sense?
it was for some reason I thought it was 354, but I'm sorry, it does align with maritime. That's the whole thing. That's about war, and that's always that's out of the alignment of a divine feminine. So it's always going to be towards the masculine, which is
The
probably going to be
patriarchal
Mars.
system.
Yeah, which is going to be about Mars and war and all that other stuff. So
Yeah.
when you were saying that, I
So
was like,
when you
this is exactly that maritime schedule. So that's how they know. That's what they're going to base it off of, and that's why the 24-hour clock is based off of the military.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you add the 364 is 13, and then you add the 365 is 14. And then everything out like 369 literally is on a loop. 999, it's on a loop. It's like just going into a vortex. But if you add the
Exactly.
169, which is literally 16, and then you boil it down to 7, which is literally what they call the God number 7. It's literally found everywhere.
7 to 13, but it's like that for a reason, because of the fact that time does not exist. The highest number that, and this is why I want to break down and get into the whole Terrence Howard mathematical thing that he has going on.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Listen, time does not exist, right? And the fact that they manipulated time to construct their mathematics to fit their agenda, the math is completely wrong too. So all these scientists and mathematicians and fucking philosophers that is deep into math and all this extra shit, they are part of the fucking agenda, whether they know it or don't know it, because they believe that this time is real by way of observation of proof with addition. Addition is the full of this whole construct. Addition is not needed. It is bullshit. It is a fabricate. It is a manipulated fabrication of their agenda, right? Now, whether you religious or not, in the Bible it says to multiply. There's nothing about addition, take away, subtract. It's multiplication, right? Because the universe multiplies. The universe does not add, the universe does not take away unless it needs to be. Unless needs be. And that's only with takeaway, not add. And not what's the other one? Division or subtraction. It only multiplies.
I'm about to say, I don't
So
even think it's a such thing as subtraction, for real, for real.
it isn't. It only multiplies, and it multiplies because it goes from nothing to everything back to nothing. 113 on the time.
And when you say nothing, it's no thing. No thing.
Right. Ooh, wait. But hold up. 7, 1, and 3 is 11, which is always, that's 2, and then 2 leads back to 1. So that's why that 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 is always a 1.
It's always a
You
1
mean
or 0. It goes back to 0. Because I hate to say this, but
right
we
back to the
exist
portal?
but don't exist. We exist but don't exist. And
you're right. The 11 would equal the 2, and then it would just leave it at 2.
But think about it though, right? Just look at the numbers as images, right? That's what I look at these numbers, right? The 11 is the gateway. It's a door. You see the
But this
two
is why I said
bounces.
earlier it takes 11 sun cycles to fully orbit the earth. And this is why they use the 369 and the 12 to 24-hour time construct to keep us in that cubicle matrix Metatron encapsulated prison. But when you actually go within and you actually have that internal remembrance that you're able to break shit down like this, you would know that that shit is bullshit, and it never felt right from the moment you came out your mama's womb. It never felt right.
You
um
came out you came out the OCNI. You feel me? Literally, because it
what else do
literally
I
looks like
have here? We even gonna get deeper. It even gives deeper to your fucking DNA when they say that you have 2 strands and what is it, 24 chromosomes or 56 chromosomes or something like that. Oh boy, I'm sorry to tell y'all, that is bullshit. It may be for a certain demographic of people that is true for, but holy shit, I'm sorry to tell you that is bullshit. We have 13 strand DNA. It's a 13 strand DNA with 112 chromosomes. According to celestial bodies and matter, it is not 2 strand DNA. It's a 3 or 13 strand DNA with 112 chromosomes.
they've been telling people that we're 3 strands, not 2 strands, and even deeper than that.
This is, look, you see that 13 strand. This would be the DNA right here, the DNA breaking down right here. 13. Listen, again, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 where I can like fully show y'all this, because I feel like I'm all over the place right now, but I'm doing my best to keep y'all um
No, you're good.
Basically,
You're doing bullet points. You're good. I understand.
yeah, look, I did, because listen, what you breaking down is basically the whole education fields, all these fields and specialists and all that. Yeah, y'all gotta double check your information, and they
okay.
You
keep
All
know
right,
what?
look. Go ahead.
what.
Go
Now I
ahead.
would say it is in that, because I'm saying is they running around with these words, misinformation, but it's like, are y'all sure y'all information right? And this is why we inside in Pisces, because it's all this delusion of information. We don't, the veil is like still cloaked over their eyes, and they still blinded,
Mhm.
and they still, they, when someone brings in with the new information, they will like, oh, this ain't right. This ain't how you know that. And then they call it what? Pseudoscience.
Mm.
Not only that, you know what? I just realized I did realize it a while ago, but I'll just say it that I realized that the divine is never wrong, because growing up I was never quote unquote good at math, and it wasn't that I wasn't good at math. It just was hard
Listen,
to me adapting to the math that is teached. So learning disabilities is really no such thing, because like that map, your inner being, you don't know what it is, but when someone's explaining different things like multiplication, division, because get stuck at geometry, or it could be chemistry, and you wonder why you're stuck. It's not that you're dumb or anything. It's because your inner being is trying to wake you up,
Knows
to
the truth. Yep.
knows the truth, right? It's just unfortunate.
Yep. Wake
that
it up,
like that
Tommy.
teacher try
Wake it
to
up.
explain. Listen, because that teacher, there's that one teacher that tried to explain it to me about mathematics, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, this shit is all wrong. But for some
Wrong.
reason, yo, like English didn't make fucking sense. Like especially with the writing, with them grammar and shit. With I'm like, what do you
Yep.
mean full stop? Shit, they ain't no ending, no beginning. And the one thing that really get me was the past, present, and future tense thing. I was like, we in the now and here. What do you mean? to the past and present. Yo, it never made sense to me.
It's
Because the
all
way I
here
wrote
in
was
the now.
now.
Yup.
And
Yup.
geometry was the only one that, for some reason, especially, I'm not talking about the calculation and the numbers. It was the drawing of the geometry was getting to me. That was actually like
But that
I
was
was
my
aligned
easiest
to.
one. You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
That
this
was my
one, that
easiest
was the one
one.
I got to. Like algebra, geometry, that made sense because
No,
it
algebra was harder. I'm the opposite. So geometry, I was cool. Once I got to algebra, I had to like do tutoring before school started, and I like changed.
but
I was able to
geometry
like
for everyone
reprogram
makes
my
sense.
brain.
That's what I noticed. Everyone like got geometry because geometry is the only one. See how the coding is. Geometry is very old. It's the oldest form of math because it's found not in nature. They can't change it. It just makes so much sense. It just makes sense that the only thing they made wrong was the numbers and the equation. But other than that, the when you see it in nature, and especially like there's another thing called cymatics that you get
Mm-hmm.
into, the way the sound formulates the sound and the shapes is like you can't go wrong with it. Like
Someone do
they
me a favor and tag Terrence Howard in the comments. This shit about to get real. For real, for real. All right, y'all. So, like, here we have the months in order by astronomical design, not by astrology design, by astronomical design. You have spring, Demeter, April, May, June. You have summer, sun, Sol, July, August. And then you have fall, Persephone, September, October, November. Then you have winter, moon, December, January, February. Now, 13th month being March, Aries. You have four polarities: south, west. What's this? South, southwest. Did I meant to put an E? Cause what the fuck? Oh shit!
south,
I fucked
east,
myself up.
west, and north.
Okay, wait, no. What the fuck did I put F there for? South, southwest. I'm looking at my notes. I'm looking at my notes. Um, damn, what
That's
the
why I
fuck
hate
did I
taking
put
notes.
here?
Cause I'll be not knowing what I wrote in the moment.
South, southwest. I'm assuming I meant to put east. No, south. F,
We go get back to that
sun, fire, water. Oh, okay. I think I put.
to get into that remembrance, guys. Air, water,
Okay,
fire.
let me break it down this way. Yeah, exactly, dragon. All right, 13 months, 4 seasons broken into 3 with an extra month added with 3 additional days. So sun's magnetic field changes polarity approximately every 11 years. 4 polarities, 4 planes. But they told us Earth has 2 poles and they shift 3 every 3,000 years. And that's bullshit because we have 4 pillars of the Earth, which is leadership, the cathedral, the monarchy, and you got fire, land, water, earth, living thing, and air, right? So I put down, okay, this is how I broke it down. This would be the compass, right? So you got south, west. I think here I put I think the F is for fire. I'm not too sure why I put F. I think I meant to put E, but I'm gonna leave it at that. But it's also here too. South, southwest, whatever the fuck F is, I can't remember. I think that stands for fire, if I'm not mistaken. And then I put America and Antarctica because these would be the poles, right? This would be for, or what we know as America, right? The split of America. We have America and Antarctica. I'm gonna have to break this down to y'all differently in a different way. Cause this shit is fucking me up right now. I ain't even gonna lie. It's fucking me up right now. Oh, okay. So F is for fall, right? So I broke it down within the seasons. Okay. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me, y'all. All right.
Oh,
So
that makes sense. Summer,
The S,
spring,
the
winter.
S,
Oh,
exactly. Summer, spring, winter, fall. Boom. Thank you, Dragon. All right. So that would be the four polarities: summer, spring, winter, fall. And that would be for America and Antarctica, right? America and Antarctica, four pillars of the earth. So which is land, water, earth, and fire. Four pillars of the earth. This is what by astronomical design, how our months and seasons is supposed to be governed by. But being that winter is not natural, it's supposed to be summer and summer, or summer and spring. And spring and fall is like one and the same. All right, what else we have here? What else do we have here? Okay, we even have a 13 multiplication times table. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of a 13 multiplication times table. Have y'all ever heard of a 13 multiplication times table?
Yeah, I have.
it's
It was a
good.
long time ago though, and I was like in, oh my gosh, like I don't know, maybe after I graduated, like formative years, like maybe like in early high school.
So now, can you remember what the last for 13 times 13? What is 13 times 13?
Oh shit.
I
Yeah, I
don't
just calculated
remember.
it.
Well, it would
It's
have
that
to.
same
It
number
has
in
to end
it,
in a
ain't it?
nine. It has to end in a nine, right?
Is what?
That it's that number. It's that number you giving it, didn't it? That
Does it?
secret number,
Is it?
ain't it?
Is it three? Is it 354?
No, it's 169, ain't it?
Let's go, Dragon. Wake it up.
Cause I remember, look, I remember we had to
13 times
memorize past.
13 is 169. That is
Oh
the
yeah,
supposed
13. Okay, that's
real
good.
secret of the universe.
13 times
Cause I
So this
13.
is
remember
the
past
times table,
the.
y'all. This is what a 13 times table will look like.
They were all looking our face with that shit.
Mine's is a little
That's
messed up because I did it on a paper, so it looks a little messed up. But 13 times 13 is 169. So they need to get that motherfucking 369 bullshit the fuck up out of here. Because it ain't no 369.
and you see in the spiritual community, they keep flaunting that number over and over and over like it's the secret number. You're done those. It's not 369. It's I'm like, yo, even that's why I can't
Well,
get
I
with the
said it
spiritual
had to end in
community.
a nine, so I was right. I said it had to end in a nine.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to break down. Remember how I was telling y'all how many days we initially supposed to have, or how much time we're initially supposed to have. So the 13-month lunar cycle calendar, right? You're supposed to have 26 to 29 days. So 3 weeks of the month, 26 to 29 days, 13 days of the week, 13-month lunar cycle calendar year. 7 days out of the 13 weekdays, work 12 hours for 7 days, have 6 days off by choice. So this is like this is me making up a work schedule for those who are too stuck on this whole I need to work, I need to work. So if we was to have a work system still, even after this whole time construct is broken down, and people, you have people still to program that I need to work, I need to work, I can't be just sitting around doing nothing. For those people who still want to work and want to be in their matrix, look, if you do work, it won't be for 12 hours or 16 hours or whatever the case may be. Your work will be 3 weeks of the month, 26 to 29 days, 13 days of the week, 13-month lunar cycle calendar year, right? So 7 days out of the 13 weekdays, you'll work 12 hours for 7 days, have 6 days off by choice. 13 days of the week, you have, oh, this is me basically naming the 13 days of the week, not the 13 days of the week, or the 7 days of the week that they gave us. This would be the original astronomical 13 days of the week. So it would be Moon, Sun, Mercury, Saturn, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. You have star, Earth, and Ophiuchus or Ceres. That's the 13 months. The 13 days would be, wait, no, that's the days of the week. Okay. This would be what, you got April, May, June, July, so August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Luna, extra month for the extra 3 days. What else?
Right.
What
So you're
else?
saying that the year starts in April, correct? Because that's the real cycle.
Yes.
Right. Right. And then okay, cool. That's what I thought.
So the original time cycle is 26 hours a day, 13 hours, 364 days in a year. We're going to break this down in math form again. 13 times 25 equals 325. 13 times 26 equals 338. 13 times 27 equals 351. 13 times 28 equals 364. 13-hour time cycle. 13-hour equals 26 hours in a day, period. 26 hours equals 364 days in a year. In a 13-week for a 13-month cycle, two extra days, a leap year, are added to complete the full lunar 28-day cycle. They added the 5 to add an additional day to the year. Their time runs on a 12-hour time frame cycle. 5 plus 1 equals 6. Right? Let's see. The true day is night and the true night is day. Dark matter equals mother versus light matter equals father times son. Positive, negative. 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. takes 13 hours. And that's where you get your yin and yang, your push and pull, mother space, father time. What else we have here? 8 hours work period, 13 hours work, 3 hours left of free time or play time. 5 hours to either work a different shift. Oh, okay, look. This is the time, time schedule that I created for those who would want to be in a work period, right? So this is their 12 hours in a 24-hour day period, right? That's their forced time. But if we was to do in a 13, let me see. If we was to do in a 13 time period, you would have 8 hours of work. No, wait. This is the 12 hour. Okay, let me see. 3, 6, 9, 8. 12 hours a day, 24 hours throughout the day, right? So 12 months, 12 hours a day, 24 hours a day, 7 days, period, 365 a year. They run on a 12-month solar cycle, 7 days a week, 4 weeks out of the month. They consider it a lunar cycle of 28 days on a 30 to 31 month day to their 365, 369 days in a year, right? Uh, what else? I said 8 hours work period, 10 hours work, 3 hours left of free time or playtime, 5 hours to either work a different shift or go home and relax. So 13 hours equals 1 to 13 hours equals 1 to 1. 13 hours equals 13 to 13. 1 a.m. to 3 or 1 a.m. to 13 a.m. is a full 26 hours. So 364 take away 26 is 338. 364 divided by 26 is 14. So instead of 12, it will be 14. 364 plus 26 is 390. Let's see what else we got here. What else? What else we got here? Let me see. All right, so I wanted to go back to how long it takes Earth to the moon to orbit Earth, right? So solar time cycle is 11 years. 365 sunrises in a year. 24 hours in a day. Southern pole versus northern pole. So 12 hours a day, 12 hours at night, vernal equinox. 12 plus 12 equals 24 hours. 12 times 12 equals 144 hours. 13 plus 13 equals 26 hours. 13 times 13 equals 169 hours. So it takes Earth 24 hours to complete a rotation, but Earth spins 365.7 times in a year. So 24 hours for Earth to rotate around the sun is 1 day and 1 night. 27.3 days equals 1 month for the moon to orbit Earth equals 1 whole lunar month. 7 hours and 43 minutes it takes the moon circles the Earth 13.37 times in the course of a year. So like I said, they lied about how long it takes the moon to orbit Earth or the Earth to orbit the moon. They lied about all of it. I just broke it down. It takes 27.3 days. And this is why the 13 calendar is on a 26 to 29 day lunar month cycle, because it takes 27.3 days in 1 month for the moon to orbit Earth. And it takes 1 lunar month 7 hours and 43 minutes. The moon circles Earth 13 times, 0.37 times in the course of a year. It's all adding up. My math is mathing. Their math is not mathing. I don't know what the fuck that is.
So you saying that, what about for those who were born on the 28 when it's only 2 weeks in the month? Because birthday ain't math not at all. As I said, everyone's gonna do their
They
best.
would be considered a leap year baby.
So they not even. So in this case, kids don't have an actual day like that. To be honest,
I can't hear you, Dragon. You low.
I said that technically, then government really don't. This is the government really don't know our astrology like that. To be honest, because our birthdays are wrong. The
They
calendars are
don't, and
wrong.
that's why I said
No, they do
the
know. They do know
astrology, the
your
birth
birthday.
charts, the astrology, all that is wrong. The
No, they know,
zodiacs, all that is wrong, and I have all that here.
but they do know. They just assign us different, like they know, because
Yeah,
the
they do
how
know.
you said is one for the 1%. So the elite 1%, if you notice, they do. They if you watch like I don't want to use celebrities, but if you watch how they gather on different days, it'll be like a different day on the calendar we don't know about. They have
Yep,
like parties on certain days that the general public may or may not know about. They gather on different days and have different ceremonies. Like I'm not, it's not evil either. Everything is not the Illuminati.
all serves its purpose. And again,
Right.
they do it through the sundial because they know that the sun is governed by Saturn in a sense, right? Or they use the sun and Saturn to manipulate and do things on their timing for their agenda.
It's even broken down, like even with numbers, like even if you like your zip code, like if you know they even assign like stuff is usually assigned to you. You ever notice if like a certain person, a regular person you know, can get into a certain school or never gets in trouble? You may do something, you're getting arrested. It's because they know who you really are and remember
Guys,
your. Oh look! Oh wow!
this is the 13 clock. This is what a 13
Oh,
clock.
she got herself. She made herself a
I use
fucking.
my daughter's I use my daughter's Bratz thing or some shit like that to it's a CD thing, a record player thing, but I used it because I didn't have like really nothing to reference it, but this is what a
Yeah.
13 clock would look like. And
So
65
creative.
minutes, not 60. So this would go around, hold on, because I did it, I chat GBT a 13-hour clock, right? So hold on. And how long it says the clock will the minute hand or the minute hand will go around the clock 2 times. But I don't believe that because it's still on a 60 seconds. I'm at the second it's still going by 60 seconds, but this is the 13-hour clock is not going by 60 seconds. It goes by 65.
So you saying the 60 is wrong too?
Huh?
You sound muffled. I don't know. You might want to come in and come back. It keeps breaking up. I don't know what's going on with the tower.
Yeah, you Dragon, your thing is muffled.
That's so weird. I don't know. So is it 60 seconds? So what about minutes? So it's how many?
No, the 60 seconds is wrong. It's 65 seconds.
So how many minutes then?
Uh Give me a second. I'm gonna break that down right now.
Because you said 65 seconds and 1 minute, right?
You see, so it says here minutes and seconds hands. The minute and second hands would likely function as they do on a standard clock, dividing each hour into 60 minutes and each minute into 60 seconds. It's wrong. It would be 65 minutes and 65 seconds.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So yeah, so the charts and stuff is definitely wrong. And that's why people are mismatched. And I'm not just talking about relationship wise, I'm talking about any relationship. You know.
And self, yeah, right.
Any relationship with your personal relationships, like that's kind of a mismatch because people keep sticking on the zodiac, which ties into, the machine.
Yep. And this is why you have a whole bunch of people in karmic
The
cycles
cycles, because it's, yeah, right, there you go,
and
or
constant time loops because everything is wrong. Everything that they're believing and everything that they, even down to the magic that people are doing and using this time construct, is fucking them up. It's causing ripples in the universe. It's causing certain time pockets and ripples and chaos in realms and dimensions in the universe because of this motherfucking fabricated, manipulated time that they did. And it's like, what the fuck?
Also messing with the water because of the moon, controls the water.
The water. Yes,
Doing
thank
stuff
you,
out of
Kashmir. That's
cycle.
another thing that I will be breaking down with time and the moon and the original clock that we've had before these motherfuckers created this time. The original clock was with water, but I will get to that on another live or short or whatever the case may
That's
be.
why people who were so into the remember Y2K. That's why it wasn't a reset because we were off anyway. The Y2K is off. We're behind, right? Or ahead.
Yes. And this is due to them using CERN, trying to give themselves enough time or buy themselves time so that they can figure out a way to leave here before shit really gets to cracking and that veil is broken, which we did today. We finally broke that motherfucking veil, and I promise you, mark my words, after today and after this live, I promise you that things is going to be expeditiously shifting and changing. Mark my words.
Diet bacon was gonna be gone.
Look, mark my words when I say the shift done shifted and we done jumped a motherfucking timeline today because of the motherfucking crack, the veil that I cracked today or that we cracked today.
So you saying that
it is up and it's stuck.
So you saying the 60 seconds is also wrong? You said 65, isn't it?
It's 65. 65
so
seconds and 65 minutes. You know what? Let me
I
see.
see
Hold
why
on,
I see why you don't like
You see why I don't like what?
I see why you don't like Lil and Inky and all them.
And
Them
all them
Sumerians
stupid
were out here with the
motherfuckers.
60 seconds. They were on that 60 seconds. They're the ones who brought the 66.
I'm sorry, you said who? Who are you referring to?
The Sumerians. That's what the calculation of the 60.
Yeah, okay.
And that's the one where they keep telling you the original point. They keep talking about Samaria and all that. It's because of the 60. They basically trying to keep us in a time loop.
Okay.
That's why women knew when to have children in certain seasons and when to have a boy or a girl. It was balance. Mother Nature knows.
And this is why when they keep saying the bullshit about they're tracking the supposed natural disasters like hurricanes and things like, no, that's all man-made. Again, you cannot track something that's natural because it's unpredictable. So when it does come, you won't know that it's here, or you won't know of it until it's.
No, you can track it. It's just that they're using like the farmers and stuff used to be able to know, and but Mother Nature will track it. Like if you look at birds always know. Like look at the birds and the rabbits and stuff. Then the deer, they have no clock. Like bears know when to come out of hibernation. Rabbits know. They know when to come out. They know when to go back in their rabbit hole. Birds know. Always watch birds. That's why I have to live near birds. I always watch birds and listen to birds. They know. They know when to come out the ground, when to go about. Like, it's like the humans are off. We're off.
Because there's a war
Okay, what was I saying
between
that I was looking up, y'all? My bad.
You were like, hold on, and then we were like, huh?
Yeah, because I said I was looking something up. What I said I was looking up again? Okay, 369 refers to Holy Trinity. 3 represents the star, the child, and the third dimension. Third house in astrology. The 6 represents the son, the father, the sixth dimension. The sixth house in astrology. The 9 represents the mother. 9 ether being, ninth dimension, ninth house in astrology. This is just me going through my notes. Hold on. I said I was trying to break something down. What you had just said, Dragon. You had just said something. And I said, hold on. I got
And she
the
was
break.
speaking about
The
the
60.
Sumerian. Yeah, 60.
The sixes.
No, the 60. This when you
This.
talked about the 60
Oh, for the
seconds, and when
time.
you,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. You're right. All right, hold on. Again, more notes. So 365 take away 7 is 358. 365 plus 7, 372. 365 times 7 is 2,555. 365 divided by 7 is 52.1428571. 365 take away 12 is 353. 365 plus 12 is 377. 365 times 12 equals 4,380. 365 divided by 12 is 30.41666667. 365 take away 24 is 341. 365 plus 24 is 389. 365 times 24 is 8,760. 365 divided by 24 is 15.283333. Sun cycle, it takes the sun 11 years to go through one cycle, 365. So 12 divided by 6 equals 6. Take away 6 is 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. 12 times 6 is 72. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 24 take away 6 is 18. 24 plus 6 is 30. 24 times 6 is 144. 24 divided by 6 is 4. 365 take away 1 is 364. 365 divided by 1 is 365. Subtract it. Sorry. 365 plus 1 is 366. 365 times 6 is 2,190. So 64 take away 7 is 357. 364 plus 7 is 371. 364 times 7 is 2,548. 364 subtracted by 7 is 52. So 364 divided, take away 12 is 352. This is me doing a breakdown, y'all. Hold on. 364 plus 12 equals 376. 364 times 12 equals 400. 368. 364 subtracted by 12 equals 30.3333333 lunar cycles. That's 7 threes. While the moon takes 1 month to orbit Earth, 27.3 days, it's really 26.3 days. They added that extra day. But 29.3 to change from new moon to full moon, or from new moon to new moon. It takes 29.3 days to change. The moon cycle takes 29.5 days to repeat. So half of 369 equals 184.5. 184.5 take away 15 equals 169.5. 184.5 take away 13 equals 171.5. 184.5 take away 7 equals 177.5. 184.5 take away 12 equals 172.5. 184.5 take away 20 equals 160.5. 369 take away 7 equals 362. 369 take away 12 equals 357. 369 take away 24 equals 345. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna keep going. Let's see. All right, 364 days, not 365. 364.3 for additional 3 days to a 7 luteal lunar cycle, 26 days in a month with an additional 3 days to complete the 13th lunar phase. They manipulated the natural nature circadian magnetic time field to fit their satanic Luciferian agenda of 666. 666 inverted is 999. So 364 point is 4 plus 6 equals 10. 365 point is 6 take away 4 equals 2. 6 plus 3 equals 9. 4 take away 2 equals 2. 4 times 6 equals 24. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 4 times 2 equals 8. What else? Saturn has 7 rings, but one is not so visible. 6 rings of Saturn, Satan. 6 black box cube tetrahedron. How the fuck you say that's it? Tetrahedron cube for their Masonic 6 god agenda for their fourth matrix. Okay, let's get back to it. What else? Time is in fact on our side. Since time is infinite and continues going on, so are we. What's not on our side is the clock, since it's set to a limited system that we've been programmed to believe is true and correct, and that when the time on the clock runs out, we run out of time. That is why time cannot be mentioned in the astral or lucid dream, because time truly doesn't exist. Clocks do. Okay. All right. So now this is where I get to the Terrence Howard method. 1 plus 1 equals 1. You cannot add a singular number. You can only multiply it continuously. So therefore, the next number will be 2 plus 1 equals 3, right? So this is the times table. 1 times 1 equals 1. 1 divided by 1 equals 1. 0 plus 1 equals 1. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 take away with 1 equals 0. And this is why I said 1 and 13 or 7 and 13 would be the master numbers, the high numbers, because everything exists but doesn't exist, because it has to hit that reset. It has to make that reset. So you got 0 plus 0 equals 0. 0 plus 1 equals 0. 0 plus 2 equals 2. And so on and so forth. The highest is 0 plus 20 equals 20. Then you have 1 plus 1 equals 1. The highest 1 plus 20 equals 20, right? It only goes up to 20. Then you have 2 plus 0 equals 2. The highest 2 plus 20. Now this is where it gets tricky. 2 plus 20 equals 22, not 21. So the math is just all over the place. And this is where I break down a little reference towards Terrence Howard. Terrence Howard theory may just be true for the fact that we live in an observable plane of matter and energy. And since energy can't be destroyed, only created, or nor created, it can most definitely be manipulated. And with that being said, those who govern us know the tactics and ways of manipulating the frequency and natural resonance of Earth to be able to hold power of authority and superiority over a people. So to manipulate a mass nation of people and give them programmable systems in place to govern them with, and tell them that all they are shown and told is truth, backed by manipulated, falsified data considered as facts and truth. A number system built on one-sided, systematic, cymatic, one-dimensional analysis viewing is boxing and enclosing entrapment of relative theory of an infinite space. So that means that numbers are infinite and constantly evolving, just like all space and matter. So yes, the periodic table along with the mathematical system is off. Not wrong, but off. And the only reason it's worked for so long and we're able to survive is because it's been manipulated to do so. Now I'm still trying to find that 60, guys. Give me 1 second. When I say I have so much notes, y'all, so much freaking notes. Okay, I can't find it here, so I don't want to waste any more time. We already went over our time on live. I usually do 1 hour and 30 minutes. We're already heading towards 2 hours, yeah. When I do find the 60 reference and 65 reference, I would definitely let you guys know. I'll probably put it in the part 2 of this breakdown or in a short form for you guys. But for right now, this is all I have. My brain is like for those who came to join the live, thank you for being here. Your presence is felt and welcomed. Your support is appreciated. Thank you for being here. To my guests and co-hosts, thank you again for being here. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to 𝚃𝚗𝚞𝚎. Shout out to Dragon. Shout out to Raven. Shout out to Black Sun. Thank you guys. I love you guys. That is the breakdown for today. We're gonna leave it at that. And stay tuned for the next breakdown for the part 2 of unveiling the truth about time, y'all. Again, it is your motherfucking lovely host, Muva Nyrobi, and this is my YouTube channel, Universal One Spiritual Teachings. I love y'all again infinitely. Peace, love, and eternal darkness to everyone. Later, y'all.
Peace.